Last year, more than 100 dolphin sightings were reported off the coast of Dubai and Abu Dhabi, but not a lot is known about these amazing creatures.
Which is why a European dolphin expert has undertaken the region's first dolphin survey with the help of local residents.
Well, our reporter Priyanka Dutt found out how a simple day at the beach could turn into a crucial field trip into studying the Gulf's dolphins.
This may look like an incredible image, but in the last year alone, over 100 dolphin sightings have been reported along Dubai and Abu Dhabi's coasts. The people of the UAE have always had a special relationship with the sea, its growth closely linked to sea trade. And while places on the east coast like Fujairah or cities in Oman do publicize dolphin sightings for tourism, there is hardly any information about these creatures on the Gulf Coast. Until now. A few years back, a scientist and conservationist, Dr. Ada Anatoli, moved to Dubai and was immediately struck by how little was known about the area's dolphins, despite tourists and residents reporting seeing them so often. And thus was born the UAE Dolphin project.
There are not very much information about the local population. That's why we started this research survey to understand a bit more their occurrence, how frequent they are, how big is the population.
Believe it or not, the waters around Dubai's coast have been home to dolphins for centuries. In fact, there have been dolphin sightings as close as on the Palm Jumeirah. But unfortunately, there's not been too much study done on them. Today, I'm with the UAE Dolphin project, which is doing the pioneer dolphin census in this region.
Initially, it's at least 1 year of survey. We need to at least survey all the 4 seasons to understand whether the population here is resident or is seasonal.
What makes the UAE Dolphin project so starkly different from the usual scientific research is the involvement of the community. People from all over the UAE are encouraged to report sightings, send in pictures, videos, or even just accurate descriptions. These sightings are then plotted on this map. In fact, some dolphins who have been seen more than once have also been named by enthusiastic dolphin lovers in the community. So you have Flipper, who has been seen on 3 different occasions off Jumeirah Beach Park, or Paso, whose distinctive cut fin makes him so easy to identify.
From the data that we've got, we already be able to identify 20 bottlenose dolphins and probably 12, 13 humpback dolphins, and we start giving names so we can recognize them the day, the time after when we encounter again, and follow their movement and life basically.
When they send in their footage, or if they send in their photographs or an accurate description, and that's really what we go on. So Dr. Ada will go through all of the information that she's given, and then we'll try and make a judgment call on whether it was accurate, or try and identify the species from the description.
The project also calls for volunteers from the community to actually go on these surveys. Take for instance Alejandro, who is a marine biologist by profession and is now trying to rediscover the Dubai of his childhood.
So I was 6 years old when I first came here, and this is before Burj Al Arab, before Burj Khalifa, before the Palm. There's nothing. And my father and I would regularly come out swimming here in Jumeirah, and for sure there was, species, everything. There was sea snakes, there was everything.
Dubai's coast has seen a lot of changes in the past decade. What has been the impact of urbanization on its marine life? Are conservation strategies required on our Gulf Coast? Do Dubai's dolphins hold answers to larger marine migration patterns? A survey like the UAE Dolphin project is one of the first steps in answering these. Priyanka Dutt, Emirates 24/7.